If we were standing in your physical shoes, when we awaken in the morning, as soon as we were sort of conscious and back in our body and comfortable, we would sit with a pencil and paper, and as if we were addressing someone who had the ability to orchestrate or deliver anything that you could imagine, sort of like you have this staff that is at your beck and call. And we would just sit and jot down a few things that we would like the staff to work on today. We would say things like, bring me ideas. We would say things like, help me rendezvous with other like-minded people. We would say, help me be aware of my power. We would say, guide me to thoughts that are in harmony with my core desires. We would say things like, bring me evidence of how this all works in comfortable, humorous, delicious ways. And if you would make that statement, ponder it 3 days in a row, your life would be transformed, because the universe will knock itself out to supply your wishes. And because you've asked for them so recently, you will recognize these unusual things that would come to you. In other words, we tell you what we said to Esther. Delegate to us. We're good at what we do. We're ready, willing, and able. We are the engine in your car. We will carry every wish in a basket to the one who can provide it. Your job is not to carry the basket. Your job is to decide what you want. You get the sense of this? Most of you are very busy dealing with what is immediate, and so you miss what is important. If you play this game effectively, you'll break through that sort of bogging down point. And so here is the way we would play it. We would be soft, comfortable observers of life. And by that we mean what's going on in your life right now, this red hot minute. In other words, have an experience and acknowledge what it was. And when you find yourself experiencing something that feels less than the satisfying moment of manifestation that you would like it to be, propose to yourself that you are going to do some vortex work to do something about that. And we encourage you to start with soft things, not big issues, just things that occur on a sort of ongoing basis. So you take the issue that has occurred and you acknowledge that something manifested and it's not where you want it to be. It could be way better than it is, but it isn't way better than it is. It's where it is, and it's not way good. It's something that you don't like. So then you say, I'm going to do some vortex work about this. And my vortex work is, I'm going to specifically acknowledge what it is I don't like about this briefly, and then I'm going to go general on that. So you specifically acknowledge that it was just unsettling that happened, and it was unnecessary that person behaved in the way that they did, and it didn't feel good, and you wish that they would behave differently, and you think they should know better, and with the history that you have, they ought to know better, and the fact that they don't seem to know better is sort of unsettling and really annoying, and so you sort of get going on that, and then catch yourself in the middle of it and say, all right, so that's where I am. Now I'm going to begin the work on this particular subject, and then go general on it. Well, it's not their job to make me happy, and I shouldn't be expecting them to stand on their head in all kinds of ways to please me. I want to show myself that I can feel better because I want to, and after all, this is the work that I'm doing, and the whole world is not queued up to please me. That's not what I came forward into this experience about. I didn't say I'll come and I'll just regurgitate what's there. I said from it I will create, and so this is an opportunity that I've launched some creations, and so I'm happy to have had exposure to this life experience because I know I'm going to gain something, and probably pretty fast about it, and I'm looking forward to feeling better about this. I'm looking forward to finding my footing, and I'm looking forward to having
experience where I can feel myself click into alignment. I sure do like feeling better. And as you're doing this, and we encourage that you write it, not speak it out loud because you can't focus as well, and not even type it because there is something that is lost in the mechanics of the machine. Yeah. And it doesn't have to go so fast anyway. Sit with a notebook and write your improvement. And so write specifically negative and then vent, and then write generally negative and then vent. And somewhere in the writing of the general negative, you're going to start feeling things shifting a little bit, and you'll move from the general negative into the general positive very easily. In fact, they will begin to feel like almost one and the same. And then you will notice that you feel so much better that the specific negatives are sort of not even an issue anymore. You've almost forgotten why you sat to do this work. And then if you can, get into some specifics of the good feeling that you're looking for, but don't work too hard at that, especially not initially. But notice, and this is the thing that you're going to notice that you feel better. Put your pad down and your pen down. Write as your bottom line, I do feel better. This has been good work. I'm glad I had this experience. I like doing this. I'm pretty good at this. In other words, acknowledge that you've done it. And then your work is done. Now you've put it in the hands of the benevolent universe, who has made promise to you through us, and we're not kidding you at all about this, that now you've done this work, the evidence of this work will show itself to you. And it will. The first thing that will happen, or the second or the third, but really fast on the heels of doing that work, is someone will give you information. Someone will call. Something will happen. Something will shift. It is our promise to you. Evidence of that work that you did will appear in your experience and will appear there quickly. So the manifestation you're reaching for is the improved feeling, but the manifestation that is beyond that feeling will show itself to you fast. And as you play this game just a little bit, you will know unequivocally that not only are you the creator of your own reality, but you will know how to do it. Not only can you do it, but you are doing it. And the biggest benefit that comes from these exercises all day, every day, to take something that is unsettling and to bring it into alignment so that my alignment is not dependent upon how efficiently anything is happening, or it doesn't have anything to do with anything other than my desire to feel good and my willingness to bring myself into alignment. So the reason that we are excited about addressing this subject in this way and encouraging you to really get your hands in the clay of your life experience is because we know unquestioningly that whether it is a slight irritant or whether it is a bigger problem like a physical condition, whether it's something that affects only you or whether it affects a broader range of people, that you have the ability to bring yourself into alignment with any solution that this life experience has pointed you toward. And once you understand that, then it just gets really, really fun to begin the deliberate application of it. If you don't believe in the process, then big problems scare you. If you do believe in the process, then there are no big problems. If you believe in the process, then anything that happens has the potential of giving you an adventure that is really delicious and wonderful. If you don't believe in the process, then you're scrambling around looking for reassurance from other people that are looking for reassurance from other people that are looking for reassurance, and you're not living the robust life that you came forth to live. There truly is nothing that is outside of your ability to accomplish it. And it is ever so satisfying to have life pointed out to you in a very specific way so that the accomplishment then of it is satisfying in new levels. So the work that you're going to do is going general, and the accomplishment that you're going to receive immediately is feeling better right now, feeling better right now, feeling better right now. And then you're going to stop and say to yourself, all right, the change was already there vibrationally, and just now with this little exercise I've effected a vibrational change in me, and now the evidence is going to start showing up. And then it starts showing up. In other words, relationships that were dicey get better right away. People that usually don't say nice things start saying nice things. Situations that are usually tense are more relaxed. Things that don't usually occur to you until after they walk out of the room occur to you while they're still in the room. Does it feel better? We certainly like the feeling of it, and we want you to find the feeling of it. When we said the change has already occurred, did you really want to go home and just discover the change? Or are you willing to go home and affect the change and enjoy the evolving of faith? Is willingness to maintain a vibration before I see any physical evidence. So even before I have this specific reason to rejoice, I rejoice in the vibration, understanding that if I rejoice long enough in the vibration, the manifestation will follow. A belief is a less firm vibration than knowing. We want to define faith, and we want you to make it a mainstay of your experience. So let's redefine what it is. Faith is knowledge in a law that will produce a result. But faith is the satisfaction with the law prior to the production of the result. When you begin to not just take solace, but take real pleasure in the movement of energy, rather than I'm willing to move the energy in order to get the results. The manifestations are not what you're looking for. The movement of the energy is. And faith is a movement of the energy. Faith is the feeling of the energy moving without needing the results to be there. We've been saying for a long time, take money out of the equation and it will flow to you easily. Take the manifestation out of the equation and it will flow to you easily. So what do you put in the equation? If you're taking manifested results out of the equation, what do you put into the equation? I am a creator. I am a vibrational being. I offer a vibration. The laws of the universe are vibrationally based. I have a point of attraction. When I achieve a consistent vibration, that consistent vibration is actualized around me. End of story. So your attention is upon the process that's evolving rather than the process that is already evolved. In other words, you're creating and aware that you're creating rather than observing what has been created. So since it's open-ended and since more is still coming, as you accomplish a vibrational stance that feels good when you accomplish it, then you can expect positive results of that stance. And that, we think, is the best definition of what faith is. It's control of my vibration. It's belief in the principles of life. It's belief in the well-being of the planet. It's belief in the vibrational version of the vortex. It's belief in my ability to create as I choose to. It's alignment with that which is source. Where we don't offer words, we stand in that vibration and we communicate only vibrationally through emotions. The positive expectation with no objective or actualized reason for the positive expectation. In other words, it's a vibrational state of being that you have to work to accomplish. And in order to really understand it, let's now feel faith, and now for a moment let's focus upon the word doubt, because they are opposite ends of the spectrum. I have faith in well-being, or I doubt well-being. I have faith in my goodness, or I doubt my goodness. I have faith in expansion, or I doubt expansion. I have faith in positive outcomes, or I doubt positive outcomes. So as you apply the opposite end of the stick, it helps sharpen your awareness about what something is. Faith is reaching for the feeling and then trusting that the manifestation will follow that feeling. The essence of. You are always getting the essence of what you want, while not always the specifics of what you want, because most people are resistant to the specifics of the essence of what they really want. It's all part of this powerful process that takes place in everything that you know, you see.